Hey guys, and welcome back to the Jays with Them Extra Innings podcast. Apologize for there not being a Yankees series episode. Had a rough little week. There will not be an episode about it. So, yeah, we lost 2-3, whatever. Move on. Next time we see the Yankees, who cares? Bad series. Kirk came back. That was the only positive for me in the fact we won game one with Kirk. Kicking it off in Boston. Before we dive into this, Boston has the worst home record in all of baseball. So I actually felt pretty confident going into game one, how I was feeling, and just overall, maybe there'll be some positive vibes that come out of this series, or going in, just trying to be positive. Yeah, those positives were right. We swept. Blake, as the social media says, sweep Caroline, because they play Sweet Caroline in the 8th inning, which is just such a great way to do the 8th inning there. Game one was Cease first Tolley, I believe is how you say his name. This was actually a really good game, and a good one. And I'm really happy with how well our team played in this series. I could not complain one bit. Adding me to my mic. All right, Springer has been playing a lot better. Love to see what Springer is doing. The bottom of the first got a little dicey for Cease, but that man is a demon. Got out of it. Got the first out with a ground out. Then there was a single, walk, strikeout, single, fly out. Got out of it. Beautiful. Cease pitched out of it. Top of the second for us. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the second, there was a strikeout, both on both swinging. Walk, ground out. Got out of it. Had some base runners. He had to really work, and I'm proud of Cease. He did really well. I'm really proud of how well he did. Top of the third, Jimenez doubles. I am so glad to see Jimenez finally getting the recognition he deserves. Because, yes, I know his bat was in a slump along with half the team. And people are saying, oh, trade him, get it bat. Jimenez is golden defensively. And, yes, his bat's a little streaky, but I'd rather have Jimenez take that field every day than a guy that's guaranteed to hit a home run. That's my personal opinion. Miles Straw flies out. That Miles Straw bat was 14 pitches. It is now the longest at-bat of the season for the Jays, and I kid you not, he walked down into that dugout, and they were all clapping him. You would have thought he hit a home run. It was great to see, and I definitely feel like this at-bat was part of the turning point for the later in the game and really affected Boston's starter. And, who knows what happens later might not have happened had Miles Straw not had a 14-pitch at-bat. During that flyout, Jimenez came to third. Springer flies out. Jays are up 1-0. Love to hear that. Bottom of the third, leadoff double, strikeout singing, strikeout swinging, ground out. Cease is fucking dealing. Top of the fourth, nothing really important happens. Okamoto took a walk, which we like to see. Bottom of the fourth, line out, ground out, walk, single, ground out. Like I said, I felt Cease was kind of playing with fire a little bit, but with Cease, he always just seems to pitch around it. Always. The top of the fifth is where it got interesting for the Boston starter, and this is what I mean by I feel Miles Straw's at bat definitely impacted the rest of his game, especially in this scenario. And one of the examples of that being is Davis Snyder homers to left field, Andres Jimenez homers, back-to-back home runs. If you think about it, had Miles not had a 14-pitch at-bat, maybe he not would have been tired in the 5th inning, giving up back-to-back home runs. So, cherry on top, Miles deserves huge recognition for that. Springer also hit a single. That's about it. A couple other outs, ground out, strikeouts. Classic Blue Jays. Bottom of the 5th, there was a walk. That's about it. Other than that, 2 out. Top of the 6th, Kirk flies out. Okamoto walks. Nathan Lucas singles. Davis Snyder, who got fucking hot in Boston. It's he returned to Boston and he remembered how to hit again, just in his debut, which I find he does every time. You take him to Boston, he's a whole different kind of hitter, which is what we like. Davis doubles to center field. Okamoto scored 4-0 Blue Jays, which I love that. I love hearing that the Jays are up 4-0. couldn't get the other run in. It's okay, it happens. The bullpen took over. Hoffman had a clean inning. Rogers pitched. Other than in the bottom of the 8th inning, it got a little dicey. I believe it was Nance pitching. It was Nance. So Nance did get into a little bit of trouble in the bottom of the 8th. Hoffman and Rogers were good as always. Hoffman's been incredible in the 6-7 role. Keep him there. I know what I did there for all you young ones listening. I like Hoffman there. Don't move him. Please keep him there. I do not want to see him 8th inning or later. No, thank you. Hoffman can stay in that 7th inning role. Yes, in the bottom of the 8th, Nance kind of got into trouble. Got a strikeout. Duran homered. Got another out, but then he gave up a single walk. Varland came in and struck out Mickey Casper, because we love Varland. At this point, now he's up for a 4-out save. We love Louis. We know he's really solid. I know he had a couple bad appearances, the last 2, and I was like, just wipe the slate clean, Louis. We trust you. Everyone's going to go through a phase of bad luck. It's going to happen. The top of the 9th. The top of the 9th still gives me chills to talk about, and I love it, because this was such an important moment for the team, I feel like, and the players and all them. Pop out, strikeout, Miles Straw walks. George Springer homers to center field. When I tell you, that home run was, out of Fenway. He hit it over the Green Monster and into, the whatever is next to it. The plaza's next to it. That was career home run number 300 for George. You gotta give George a round of applause. His reaction to hitting that, he knew. Before he got out of the box that shit was gone. And then, seeing his smile and his teammates in the dugout, kind of, it just gives you chills, and it just shows, how close-knit this team was. And, I kind of got a little emotional, because George has been really struggling, other than, he's kind of starting to heat up, and he's had some better games. And it was just oh, Georgie, I'm so happy for you. Oh, my God. Man, it's so nice to see, and the guys are getting hot, they're working together and all that, and I'm just yes. Bottom of the 8th, single, flyout, strikeout, walk, strikeout. Louis Varland got the save. Yes, it was technically a 5-round ball game at that point, but because he came in the 8th inning, he still counted as the save, because he had started with 3 runs or less. 3 runs. Overall, great first game in Boston. It's exactly what I wanted to see. The final score was 6-1, and it was absolutely fucking demon. Cease was on. The bullpen did a good job. Yes, Nance had a little bit of a rough outing, but whatever. Who cares? Nance is going to figure it out, and I really honestly do think he will, and I'm hoping it's soon. Game number 2. This was supposed to be Scherzer's spot. Scherzer's back on the injured list. We're just going to, include this injury update mid-episode. He's back on the injury list with back spasms. I'm sorry. You come back for one start, and your next start you land on the injury list with back spasms? Come on. And he's oh, I feel so frustrated, this, and that. I'm Scherzer, dude, just, honestly, I get that, I love having him in the dugout, because he's a great presence. But I'm so frustrated with the fact he's not playing. And the last time he did pitch in Philly, he didn't do very hot. He had gave up 5 runs and only went 3 innings. I'm a little frustrated with Scherzer, and I know a lot of fans are. I'm one of those fans, maybe just retire and you can hang out in the dugout if you really want. Or I know a lot of fans are saying just keep him on the IL for the season. I don't know. I'm a little frustrated, but whatever. So another bullpen game, which is lovely. I finally felt like the bullpen was finally going to start recovering in this road trip, because we have all the we had 5 starters. Oh, they're going to recover. We're going to have good and then it's no, we're not. So, This one, it went, Fisher did the first inning in a bit. Woods Richardson came in. Fluharty, Miles, Hoffman, Rogers, Varland. So a lot of these guys have pitched now the last 2 days, and we're down for game 3. Fisher did incredible. No hits, no runs. He did allow 2 walks. Didn't allow them to score, though. Fish is good, though. I like Fish. Woods went 3 innings, allowed 3 hits, no runs, and had 1 strikeout. He also had 3 walks, but over 3 innings, whatever. Didn't let them capitalize. Fluharty, I instantly faced 1 batter. This is 0.1. I didn't actually get to watch this game. I had picked up a weird shift at work. He gave up 1 hit and 1 walk and had 1 strikeout. Miles came in. He did 1.1 innings, only allowed 1 hit. He had 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He literally mirrors Fluharty exactly. Hoffman came in. He did the 7th inning. Hoffman in the 7th. That, like, he needs, like, a new nickname, like Mr. 7 or something, just because that's the inning he's always pitching in now. He went 1 full inning, allowed 1 hit, no walk, no strikeouts. His ERA has come down from over 6 to under 6. It's now 5.29, which is better than it was, because it was almost 7, so he's brought it down, which is really nice to see it's going down. Rogers did the 8th inning. Allowed 1 hit, no runs. Louis, my favorite closer. Fuck, I love Louis Varland. Had the 9th with his 3 strikeouts. He struck out the side to get us the win. But now we're going to dive into how they won this game. This game was a good one. Even though it was a bullpen game, the fact Boston couldn't capitalize was crazy to me. So, kicking it off, top of the first, 3 up, 3 down. Classic story of our Blue Jays. 3 up, 3 down. Or like they get 1 runner on and leave them there. Bottom of the first, as I said, there was that walk. There was a fly out, then a line out, another walk, and then a force out, which we love a good force out because that's how they get out of a jam. Top of the second, 3 up, 3 down. Arguably kind of boring. Bottom of the second, there was a line out, walk, fly out, fly out. Miles Straw did make an amazing catching. He had some really good defensive plays in game 1. And Davis had a really good play in this game, and I don't remember what inning it was. But it was a really nice diving play to prevent a run. So, but the defense was working crazy in Boston and was absolutely wild. They did a really good job defensively. Top of the third, this is where it gets fun. Davis doubles to center field. Miles Straw strikes out. Andres Jimenez singles. Davis scores. Jays are now up 1-0. Springer gets hit by a pitch. Vladimir Guerrero grounds out, but Jimenez scores, and then Okamoto ground out. 2-0 now. We like to see that. We're up early for our pitchers, which is what they need. We need to score first for those guys. I'm one of those fans where I firmly agree if you score first, it is going to help your pitcher out with their confidence, especially like when you're on the road. You get that opportunity to score first in that top half of the inning. I always feel like it helps the starters. I don't know why. I just feel like it takes a little bit of weight off their back. Bottom of the third, ground out, double, ground out. Great job. Top of the fourth, 3 up, 3 down. Classic Blue Jays, 3 up, 3 down this season. Bottom of the fourth, there's a walk, single, walk. The bases are now loaded. Strikeout, pop out, got out of it, which is insane. I love when you read, like, oh my god, there's a hit, a walk, bases are loaded, and they get out of it. I fucking love it. The bottom of the fifth. Top of the fifth. I meant the top, my bad. 3 up, 3 down. The bottom of the fifth, there was a fly out, single, couple runners on, strikeout, walk. Bases are now loaded. Ground out. They were playing with fire, apparently, and I love that. And the fact we kept getting away with it makes me laugh. And I know it's not always like that, but when it is, you're just like, how do we keep getting out of it? But I feel like this is how, like, the other teams feel against the Jays. Sometimes, like, when we can't do anything, they're like, how the hell have we not, like, this team has not hit us yet. Top of the 6th, there's a single from Vladdy. Bottom of the 6th, single, strikeout, walk, fly out, ground out. Lots of ground outs. Bottom of the 7th, ground out, single, out. Top of the 8th, Jimenez singles. Look at Jimenez in the series has been insane. Absolutely loving Boston Jimenez. If he can keep this going, like, oh, I love him. This is a very unpopular opinion, but I have been voting him for All-Star voting the entire time. I've been voting all of them because I don't care. I'm one of those fans, I'm like, I don't want to vote for other teams. I just vote Blue Jays because that's what I do. I just vote Blue Jays because I don't care for any of the other guys. I don't even vote. I sometimes will vote National League players who are former Jays that I like. Like, I voted Bo a couple times. Andres Jimenez advanced to third on a Springer flyout. Vladimir Guerrero singles. Okamoto strikes out. Kirk strikes out. Blue Jays are up 3-0. Bottom of the 8th. Other than a single, nothing happened. Top of the 9th, there was a flyout, single, pop out, double. Couldn't score a strikeout, which was Jimenez. And then, as we know, the bottom of the 9th, it was strikeout, swinging, strikeout, swinging, strikeout, swinging by Louis Varland. And also, I want to highlight. What inning was it? There's an inning I want to highlight. When the top of the 3rd, the Blue Jays had 4 stolen bases, which is tied for the most in franchise history in one inning. Jimenez stole 2nd, Springer stole 2nd and 3rd, and I actually don't know where the 4th one came from. I don't know what base that was on, because it doesn't say here, and I was at work. He might have stolen 3rd as well, I don't know. But they were, like, running the bases, which, if that's how they're going to run and be safe, keep doing it. Like, keep putting pressure on the catcher, and I think we can turn this shit around, like, hardcore. And I'm really excited about that. Now, jumping into Game 3 before we do our little look ahead to the Chicago Cubs series, and then as well as our current injury updates on some of our guys. Game 3. This was Savage. So, Hoffman was down, Rogers was down, Varland was down. There was not a lot of pitches available. So, like, for me, for this game, I was like, come on, Savage. You gotta have a good start. You lost a couple of been rough. I believe in you. You gotta have a good start here. Oh, but I think Savage have a good fucking start. So, Savage in this game went 7.1 innings, allowed 4 hits, 3 runs. They're all earned, and 6 strikeouts. That's our boy fucking Savage. And I know what inning went wrong for him, and we'll talk about that. But other than that, it was a great fucking game for him compared to his last couple of games where he's gone like 4 or 5, 4 or 6. I think he was 5 or 6. And it's exactly what the bullpen needed. The top of the 1st, though, is where it got good for our team. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. homered for the first time in about a month. Thank fucking God. I honestly believe, and I follow, like, Whit Merrifield and Lindsay's podcast, the 6 Inning Stretch. I honestly agree with Whit, like, what he says. If Springer starts to get hot, Vladdy is going to follow. And that, like, if the rest of the team starts hitting well combined, Vladdy is going to follow. And that how, like, once all of them start doing what they did last year, he's bound to heat up and go on some crazy, like, rampage, basically. So, I'm really hoping this is a sign of it. And come on, Vladdy. We're praying for you, man. Like, come on. Let's go, Vladdy, guys. Let's fucking go, Vladdy. We trust him. Piñango also did play in this game. He had a walk, and that was the end of the 1st. That's all that happened. Bottom of the 1st, 3 up, 3 down for our boy Savage, with 1 strikeout swinging, which was the 3rd out. Top of the 2nd, Okamoto double, Valenzuela single. Okamoto is now at 3rd base. Mena's out on a sacrifice fly. Blue Jays are up 2-0. Fucking love that. We're actually scoring for our pitchers, which is what we've been needing to do for months now, and I'm fucking loving it, the fact we're doing it, especially on the road. I know Boston has the worst home record, but we're doing it, and it's a good time to do it before heading into a difficult team like Chicago. Get hot, get into a rhythm. Now we're off to Chicago. Like, I believe in the boys. George Springer doubles to left field, Bronzeweiler to third. Springer's getting hot, and I fucking love it. And it, like, even when he was stealing those bases, he looked like Usain Bolt. He was like speedy as hell. I'm like, where has that Springer been all season? So I think his toe is like finally fully healed, and that's honestly why I think he's getting hot. Because I feel like all of his swing timing and all that is all synced now, and he's trying to find like he can actually do stuff. Like they're even talking about him going back to the outfield, which I think I will die over, like in a good way. Guerrero unfortunately did ground out, so no other runs came in. Bottom of the second, ground out, strikeout, and pop out by our boy Savage, not allowing a walk yet, which, as we know, that's been an issue for him is the walks. Top of the third, fly out, pop out, line out. 3 up, 3 down. Classic Toronto. Bottom of the third, fly out, strikeout, strikeout. I love hearing this word strikeout for Savage, especially with his struggles. The fact he's getting the swing and the miss, because those 2 strikeouts were swinging, which I really feel like is what he's been lacking, is people swinging at his, I think it's a splitter. I can't remember what his pitch is now. But that's what he's been lacking, and like even the announcers are like, he'd benefit from adding another pitch this offseason, or even trying to add it now, because if that pitch isn't working, he has something else to fall back on to try and get that swing and miss, because that's what happened in Baltimore. He didn't have that swing and miss with that pitch, and he was basically using 2, and they were going to hit him eventually, which they didn't do. The Yankees did. Yankees? I don't remember now. One of the teams hit him. I didn't know it was the Yankees. I can't remember what team it was now. One of the teams that destroyed him recently. Top of the fourth, 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the fourth, he did allow a double here, which leadoff double, whatever. But this is where he does really well. Got a guy out on a sacrifice punt. There was a great play to first base to get the runner. There's a runner on third as well. Fly out, but it's so shallow enough the runner could not score. And the fans booed the runner, but even like the radio guys were on like the coach's side. You can't send a runner like that. It's too shallow. He'd be out at home plate. Even though Nathan did not get a good throw on the ball, the runners are like, you can't risk it because if you had, you're out. Yeah, they probably would have been safe in this scenario because Nathan didn't, but you never know how well that outfielder is going to get a good throw in. And then a strikeout swinging, which is incredible by Savage to get out of that without allowing one, which is the guy we saw last year in the playoffs in the World Series, and the guy we were hoping to see like the last couple of starts, even in the early season. Getting to see him have a game like this was really positive for me, and I think it'll do a lot. I feel like he was maybe having some like, oh my god, I've been pitching like so bad lately, like kind of like just mental problems, and I feel like he might have got them out of his head, which I love to see. I firmly believe like if your head's clouded, your game's going to be clouded, and then it'll screw up with like and all that, which I think is true, and I think Savage is a case of that, especially like the pressure from the fan base, how good he was last year. It's going to get to you. The top of the fifth, 3 up, 3 down. This game was honestly kind of boring up until the later innings, but it was a good game though. Like it was a good pitching game from Savage, which I would like to touch on. Bottom of the fifth, 3 up, 3 down, which we like to hear by Savage. Top of the sixth, a single and then a double play. Oh, single, ground out, double play. My bad, I had that in the wrong order. Bottom of the sixth, strikeout, pop out, fly. Savage was clearly dealing, and Boston was clearly not picking up on what he had, which I like to see. And I love to say that they're clearly not getting or like figuring out or timing him up perfect. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear and see, because that shows positive signs about this team. As well as top of the seventh, Nathan Lucas homers to center field. So Jays are up 3-0. Perfect. We're close, kind of leading with the last couple innings. I know we don't have a regular bullpen, so we got to trust these guys, right? So, Savage did come out for the back of the bottom of the 7th, as I said, because he did 7.1 innings. Has not given up a run yet. So, Savage was only at 85 pitches, like, when the 8th inning came around. So, obviously, John's going to let him go out there, and he's been good. Unfortunately, this is where things kind of fell apart for him. Double, line out, ground out, run comes in, okay, only 1 run. Which, like, that's not bad. They did pull him, though. They did pull him after, which is not that bad. It's kind of, like, after this what fell apart, like, in the 8th inning as well. Springer, single, top of the 8th, fly out, strikeout, double. At least Guerrero's not. I'd rather see Guerrero fly out than strike out. Honest opinion. Because to me, if he's flying out, he's getting contact on the ball, and he's either getting on it or over it, and it's better than watching him strike out or ground out, because you know when they're flying out like that, it's going to lead to something, in my personal opinion. That's just how I feel. The more, I feel like with the flyouts, you're closer to getting something out past the guy at some point eventually. Because there's always going to be those times you struggle. Bottom of the 8th inning. This is where it gets dicey. IKF homers, Durbin homers. Fun fact with Durbin's home run, it would have only been a home run in 1 out of 30 ballparks. You want to guess which one that was? Boston. Had he hit that ball in the other 29 ballparks, including, like, Toronto, it would have been caught. And, like, the stuff I read online from, like, the Boston fans, and, like, oh my god, we tied it. Like, screw off. Yes, you tied it, but I know a home run's a home run. But in all other ballparks, it would not have gone at all. I don't know. Oh, yeah, because the Savage is up 1 innings. I was ending ahead of my brain. So the Savage did give up both of those home runs, and then they pulled them. That was my bad. Sorry, guys. I always get confused with, like, the innings and shit. It kind of throws me off. But, like, seriously, and the people, like, there was a lot of people online slamming, saying, well, why'd you send him back out there for the 8th? Well, he was at 85 pitches. Who wouldn't? Gosman would get to go out. Cease would get to go out. You'd send Scherzer if he was pitching a game like that. Any one of our other 5-7 starters, because I feel like we have 80 of them, would get that opportunity to go out there for the 8th inning to save the bullpen, knowing the fact we don't know what is going to happen the next day, tomorrow. We do not know. Something could happen to Gosman out there and they need to use 8 guys. Like, you don't know. So I don't agree with all the haters bashing John. I never do. And honestly, I would have probably sent you, if I was the manager, I probably would have sent you Savage back out there as well. But yeah, he did get the 1 out. They pulled him. After that, fly out, single, ground out. Got out of it. Tie game, though, heading to the top of the 9th, and I was kind of like, when I sound like, oh, great. Here comes extra on a day, none of our bullpen guys are left other than Chad Dallas and I think it was Fluharty. It was Chad Dallas and somebody else. I think Fluharty people didn't think was available, but ended up being. But yeah, Chad Dallas was one of them, and then it was just like, oh my god. Top of the 9th, Ernie Clement single to shallow field. Pop out, strikeout. Brandon Valenzuela coming in clutch. He had a really good at-bat to stay alive. They missed a pop-up, foul pop-up. The catcher couldn't get there in time. Neither could the third baseman. Next fucking pitch, that man hits a double. Clement scores. Chiefs are now up 4-3. The fact we gave up the lead in the bottom of the 7th and went back right up in the top of the 9th and scored for your Savage. Absolutely incredible. That's teamwork. And that's what they should be doing. Pick your pitcher up. And that's what they did. They picked their pitchers up in this series. They went out there. They scored enough runs. They came in clutch in this game, so we didn't need extras to save those arms. And I was really happy to see that. And then the bottom of the 9th, there was a fly out, ground out, pop out. Which, lovely Blue Jays sweep. Sweep Carolina. Which, exactly, that's what the team needed. We're also now 1 game away back from 500. Now, real quick, before we dive into Chicago series and the injury updates. Little fun fact: our record this day last year was we're 3 games worse. We were 40-37. Or 35. 40-35. I'm sorry. If you guys think we're out of it already, screw off. Because, like, we're now 6 games behind Tampa, and we were, like, 15 2 weeks ago. I don't care what the hell you think. Baseball is a weird sport where you could be out of it till August and all of a sudden go on a run, and you're right there with the other teams. And I hate the players are getting. I feel like even this, ever since Kirk came back the Friday of the New York series, everyone's having quality at bats, and it's like Kirk just, and I was very vocal why Kirk should be the starting catcher again. Kirk seems to bring something to this dugout, the quality at bats, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if he just sees the zone better, he passes information better, but when Kirk's having quality at bats, so are the other 20 guys. Every guy on that team has quality bats when Kirk's around. And literally the last 6 games, they've had quality and decent at bats. Yeah, we've had the two Yankee series ended shit. And we had our opportunities. But look, they cashed in Boston. They worked the counts. They knocked guys out early, which is exactly what they've been doing. And ever since Kirk came back, that is what they've been doing. And I love Brendan Valenzuela, and he is doing an incredible job as backup. Heineman has been traded to the Angels, and I'm going to miss Heineman. We all appreciate and love you, man. Going to miss you in Toronto. Who knows, he may ever come back one day again. He might. But no, I honestly, Kirk coming back, I feel like is exactly what this team needed. Cease and Kirk within 4 days of each other, boom, that's the spark. As I've been saying all along, Kirk is the glue of this team. As much as people don't like him, Kirk's the glue. And I love Kirky. He's one of the better pitchers. He, if not, is the best pitcher. I was going to talk about this on the Yankee podcast, which I didn't end up doing because of personal reasons. The first game of which, that wasn't a bad start from you, Savage. It was the start before that he blew up. The first pitch of the game, he challenged and got the call overturned. The first pitch of the game. And I'm like, I knew, right there, we won that game. It was the one game we won. I'm like, I knew right there that Kirk is a menace. And then I cannot, wait to see him at bat. And Kirk has been hot since he's come back. Really hitting well. The team's been hitting well. The team is coming together. Those guys are coming off the IL, and the team's, getting a spark. Just like it had last year. Right around this time. And about 2 weeks is when we went on that 11-game win streak. We don't know. I feel like I'm watching last season's team all over again. Just a few games have gone differently. Okay, we're going to jump into the Chicago series. All of these games are at 2:20 Eastern, which I hate. I hate the afternoon day games on a Friday. I hate them. Because I just feel like you don't get to watch them. But yeah, so this will be Kevin Gausman versus Brown, which will be a pretty good matchup. Brown has a 174 ERA. And yeah. Although he has pitched 25 less innings than Gausman and has 25 less strikeouts. I don't know. I always feel like Gausman's ERA is always fluctuating because he's had, I don't know. This one, gotta knock him out early. Honestly, the Cubs are a really good team, and I'd like to take 2 out of 3 in Chicago. I don't see a sweep happening, but I want a series win. I really crave a series win here, and honestly, they're only 2 games better than we are now. They've kind of fallen off. They were doing really well, and then they've kind of struggled. Our numbers are pretty similar other than, the home runs. So, I'm really hoping we can do some damage here. Get to him early. The Saturday game, it's Corbin. But their pitcher also has an over 5 ERA. So, this will be the weird game. This is the game I have no clue about because the last start, all of a sudden, Corbin remembered how to pitch again. So, if Corbin's on, I think we have a chance. But if he's not, we don't. So, I don't know. And I don't know about really about this Chicago player. Let's look. So, his last one, he led 4 runs on 6 hits across 4.2 innings and took the loss on Sunday in the 5-1 to the Giants. So, just if we can knock him out super early, get him out of there. Knock him out. Yeah, we have to deal with the Cubs bullpen, but they've been struggling of late too. I honestly feel like the teams that started are off really hot are struggling, and the Jays have just always been struggling. So I'm kind of hoping that we can get to the Cubs and hopefully expose some of their struggles and hopefully make them struggle. Sunday's game is Cease. I have full trust in Cease. Cease has been a fucking demon. The guy he's pitching has had 2 more starts, but Cease did miss 2. Has about 13 more innings since Cease, which would account for those 2 starts. Cease though has over almost 30 more strikeouts. Cease is 4 strikeouts from having 30 more than this kid. His ERA is 2.71 Cease, and the kid is 4.26. I'm going to go with Cease on this one. I really do trust Cease, and I think he's been incredible all season. Cease's pitch is working for him. This game, I feel like, is guaranteed, and our hitters get some good hits. The one game that really concerns me is Game 1 because of the Cubs pitcher, and he's a good pitcher, and Game 2 because of Corbin. Corbin stresses me out, like hardcore, like stresses me out. And I don't know. Anyways, jumping into our injury update. We did get an injury update on Barger. He is, like, hitting, throwing. He's apparently supposed to make a rehab appearance in the next week or so, it sounds like. So it doesn't sound like he's too far out, but he could be a little one. So, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Barger. Barger, I thought was going to be off maybe, like, 15 days, and he's been off over a month now since his return on the one day. Varsho ended up going on the IL, which I did not want. The last I heard, it actually sounds like he could return by the end of the road trip, or for, like, the beginning of the home series. His day he can come off the IL is the 20th, and I'm at that game in Chicago. So I really hope he is, like, that's the day he does get activated, because that will make my little, like, my heart, like, very happy to watch him play in Chicago. But yeah, and then Bieber made his last start in Buffalo. It does sound like he'll pitch Monday in Toronto for the team, as he's now, he's hit his 30-day limit for rehab starts, and he got up to 80 pitches, which is where they wanted him. It didn't go as well as his last couple, but the numbers don't matter. Going from one area to another, they're all different. Like, everyone's different. Cease kind of didn't have a great start in AAA, and he's been dominating since he came back. Like, yeah, I don't care what the numbers say. I do care for Max, more or less, because Max seems to be a little Bieber solid. So I'm excited, because if we get Bieber back, we'll have, I thought Bieber was going to take Corbin's spot, but with Max being back on the IL, it'll clearly be Max's spot, which is fine. That's fine with me, which would place it at Monday, because that is Max's rotation day. And it does sound like Bieber will pitch that day. But yeah, in that series, I don't know I can't remember who it is. Yeah, other than that, there's not too much. Oh, Cody Ponce has started to throw and stuff again, so there's a chance he could be back by, they say the playoffs, but, into September. I'd love to see him back. If he comes back this season, I'm going to be shocked. And I also love that. Quick little thing. So they do play the Astros the first half of next week. So our next podcast will be the Astros series, which is the first time we have played Houston this year. And as well as one of the games is at 4 o'clock because of FIFA, which I don't think is fair that we had to move our games, but whatever. And then after that, we dive into the Texas Rangers series. So it's going to be, that's funny, we play both teams from Texas. Back-to-back series. So those will be the next 2 episodes. I'm really excited to get those to you. I hope you all enjoyed this one. Apologize for there being no Yankee series again. Also, I just want to quickly shout out my sponsor of the podcast, DNA Systems, for the microphone, the chair, and I don't have it on right now, but the sweater. Appreciate you all. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Let's go Blue Jays. Let's take the series in Chicago. Have a good day, everybody.